being autistic is not an excuse for your behavior. Jonathan from The Amazing Race received a wave of criticism, with people calling him rude, dismissive, and controlling toward his wife. And to be honest, the footage was hard to watch. But here's what most people don't know. When Jonathan watched himself back, he felt the same way. He didn't recognize the version of himself on screen. So he sought professional help and was diagnosed with autism. Now, I've heard people personally say that's not an excuse for how he treated her. But let's unpack that. Autism isn't a free pass for being unkind, but it is a neurological condition. It affects how someone experiences stress, responds to sensory input, and communicates emotions, especially in high-pressure, overstimulating environments. If you don't know what overstimulation feels like, imagine being pushed to your breaking point, turning up the volume to every sound around you, every light and every smell dialed up to 100, and then try acting normal in a room full of people who expect something from you. What people saw from Jonathan wasn't bad behavior. It was a man operating at full capacity, without knowing why his reactions felt so extreme. And he did take accountability. He sought answers, he got a diagnosis. But because of shows like Love on the Spectrum, people only associate autism with the sweet, quirky, lovable moments. They don't see the meltdowns, the shutdowns, the sensory overload, the unfiltered honesty that can come off as cold or abrasive. Love on the Spectrum has its place, but it romanticizes autism in a way that leaves no room for the real, authentic, hard parts. And when we finally do see the hard parts, like Jonathan, we judge harshly because it doesn't fit the version of autism that we've been sold. So no, autism isn't an excuse, it's an explanation. And explanations are how we grow empathy. They're how we stop punishing people for struggling in ways that we don't understand. What Jonathan did was brave. He looked in the mirror, he didn't like what he saw, and he asked why. Something that most neurotypical people I know don't have the guts to do. That's not avoidance, that's growth. We could all stand to learn from that.